Hi everyone, this is Kevin here, coming at you with my hands-on and first impressions video of the Alcatel 3V 2019. So let's get started. So this variant of the Alcatel 3V 2019 is the Metro by T-Mobile version of the phone. Now this device retails for $189.99, but you can actually get the phone for free if you transfer your number into Metro from another carrier. So I doubt that many people are actually going to be paying the full retail price for the phone, and the majority of the people who end up getting this will be getting it for free. I would like to thank Alcatel for being kind enough to send this phone out to me to cover here on the channel. Definitely appreciate that. But here is the box that the device comes in. So you can see up top here we have Alcatel 3V branding, then down below Metro by T-Mobile branding here on the box. Then we have some basic specifications on the back side, but beyond that, that's pretty much it. Now I did already open up the box and get everything set up on the phone for the sake of saving some time, but I put everything back to the way it was when I first opened it, so don't worry. So lifting the lid here, the first item that we see is the actual phone itself, and it truly is massive. But we'll put this off to the side for a second here and see what else is included. So we have a SIM card removal tool included in the box. We have an Alcatel 3V quick start guide. We have a USB wall adapter. And we have a USB-C cable for charging and data transfer. So here is the Alcatel 3V itself. And this phone is massive. It features a 6.7-inch display at 720p. The display itself is an LCD display, and it's really good. It actually has really bright colors and looks really clear. The display features a 240 ppi and an aspect ratio of 18:9. So it's a little bit slimmer yet taller, which makes it perfect for content consumption. Up top here we have an 8 megapixel front-facing camera. The device features 32 gigabytes of internal storage with SD card expansion. There is no wireless charging with the Alcatel 3V, but we do have a fingerprint sensor on the back. And the fingerprint sensor is actually really quick and works really well, so it's definitely nice to see that it is very reliable. Now also on the back are the dual cameras. So the device features a 16 megapixel main camera and a 5 megapixel secondary camera for portrait mode. The phone features 3 gigabytes of RAM and features the MediaTek Helio P22 processor. Now I did run an Antutu benchmark test to see the benchmark scores from this device, and I was able to get an overall score of 90949. And breaking that down, we have a CPU score of 41102. And then here's the GPU, memory, and UX. So what I recommend doing is running the Antutu benchmark test on your personal device, and then comparing the scores on your phone to the scores on here. So if this score is higher than the score you have on your current device, then this most likely will be a performance upgrade for you. Video recording with this device maxes out at 1080p at 30 frames per second. It features a beefy 4000 mAh internal battery, and features Android 9 Pie with Alcatel's icon pack on here. Beyond that, it seems like a fairly stock version of Android, which I'm definitely a big fan of. In addition to that, the software itself is very smooth and well optimized to work with the hardware. Now we do have some Metro by T-Mobile applications pre-installed, which is pretty standard with any device that's offered from Metro, so keep that in mind. Now I believe in addition to this device being offered by Metro, it's also offered factory unlocked, but I don't know that for sure. So I'll look into it and definitely let you know what different options you have in the full review video. Now taking a look at the left side of the device, we just have the slot for the SIM card and SD card. Then on the right, we have the power button and volume button. Then on the top of the phone, we have a noise canceling microphone, 3.5mm headphone jack, and an IR infrared blaster. So really cool to see that we do get that feature with the Alcatel 3V. Then on the bottom of the phone, we have a speaker, a microphone, and the USB-C port for charging and data transfer. And then on the back side of the device, we have the camera module, flash, fingerprint sensor, and the Alcatel logo. Now the material on the back is a little bit glossy and is a fingerprint magnet, so definitely keep that in mind. Now one of the things that might confuse you is that previously there was another phone from Alcatel called the 3V, and that device is completely unrelated to this one. So apparently they just reused the name. So the official name of this device is the Alcatel 3V 2019. So I just want to make that clear so that you're not confused. But you are getting some decently nice cameras with this device, which is a great thing to see, whether it's with the rear camera or even the front camera. In fact, even with the front camera, you can use portrait mode. So I really like that because usually with budget devices, if portrait mode is offered, it's pretty much limited to just the rear camera. But thankfully, we get it with the front camera as well. But definitely stay tuned for the full review video so that you can see photo and video samples from the Alcatel 3V 2019. Now, despite the Alcatel 3V 2019 featuring a 720p display, text is super clear on here, so it's a great device for reading articles and audiobooks and any content like that. You can see too that the colors on here are awesome as well, so it's really great for content consumption. I know that can be said for many devices, but especially for this one, having such a large display on here really makes it great for viewing anything. I just got mine today. I paid for this with my own money, and I haven't had a chance to even open up the box yet, but I am really... So like I mentioned before, the video viewing experience on the Alcatel 3V is really awesome. The device's speakers are actually very loud, especially for a budget phone. So if you just want to sit back, relax, and watch video content, then this is definitely a perfect device for doing that. You even have the ability to crop your videos in even further to get a more immersive full screen experience here. Now there is no notch with the Alcatel 3V, so you do get a bezel on the top and bottom, but that doesn't really bother me because it is a relatively slim bezel. So overall, I'm a big fan of the design of this device. I feel like it's just a very practical design here. There's no gimmicks. You're getting a nice camera with this phone. You're getting a great looking display. And it seems like so far, even though this device does feature the Helio P22, which wouldn't necessarily have been my first choice, I am getting good performance with this. You saw a little bit ago when I was browsing the web, everything was really smooth with that. I had no issues at all downloading applications and of course using them after downloading them. So I've had a great experience using this phone with the Helio P22 paired up with 3GB of RAM. So I'm definitely excited to create more content about the Alcatel 3V 2019. I know that many people on the channel have been asking me when I'd be covering this device, so I'm glad to finally do that. But if you have anything specific you'd like me to cover about the Alcatel 3V, definitely let me know in the comment section below. Certainly stay tuned for the full review video, as I'm sure you'll find that to be very helpful and informative. But this is Kevin here. This is the Alcatel 3V 2019. Thank you again, Alcatel, for sending it out to me, and I will see all of you in the next video.